Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be explaining how to create a color style inside of Figma. So first off, a color style in Figma is simply a saved color that you can reuse across your design. So, and color style is quite helpful when it comes to design. So it saves you the stress of having to pick colors one after the other. Let's say, for instance, I have this shape and I have this shape. So if I were to get this blue color inside of here, it's either I click here and copy this fill and paste inside of this, or I get to click this, head over to this point and select this sample color and maybe click on this. So what the color style is going to do is it is going to save us the stress of having to either copy the color code or use the sample color to pick the color. So how it works is we get to save these colors inside of a library. So instead of picking them, we just go to that library and select the colors, and automatically we have this element or this shape linked to that color. So the good thing about the color style is this: if you have numerous elements, let's say we have like 20 of this particular shape, this rectangle, linked to a particular color, if along the line we want to change that color from maybe, let's say, blue to red, we won't have to go to change those colors one after the other. All we just need to do is head over to our library where we've saved that color style, then change the color inside there, and it will change that color across the whole entire design project. So today I'm just going to be explaining how we'll get to create those color styles and add them into our library. So first off, I'm going to get rid of this I have created. Now we need a color palette, because creating a color style, you need different shades of a particular color. So we are going to be manually creating these colors. And to do that, I'll have to get like up to, let's say, 5 or 4 more of this. All right, so I have 5 of this. So I can have 10 of it. It all depends on how I want my to look, right? And to get a shade of this color, it means I'll have to drop the opacity of this fill. So for, over here, we have, this is the color code. Now this is the opacity. It is at 100%. So for me to be able to get a shade of this particular color, it means this second one, I'm going to like maybe drop it to, let's say, 80%. And if you can see, I have a shade of this color. So I can, like I said I'm just picking 5. I can decide to have 10. So if I'm having 10, it means that I'm having this at 100, then this at 90, 80, 70, 60, and so on. So, but I'm doing it in twos this time around. So I'm having 80 here. Over here, I will have a 60%, while over here, I'll have a 40%, and I can have my 20%. I can have 10%, but due to just for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to stop here, right? And I'm going to do the same to the secondary colors, because I'm having a primary and my secondary color. So this is my secondary color with this color code. So, but this is going to maintain the opacity at 100, but I'm going to change this to 80%, and this to 60%, and this to 40%, and this to 20%. Now we have gotten the different shades of our colors. And mind you, this the opacity I'm changing, I'm doing that under the fill and not the appearance. So I just hope you guys take note of that. So moving on, let us create our color styles. So to create a color style, I'll be starting with the primary color, the first one, which is at 100%. So to do that, I'm just going to head over to this icon here. it's the apply styles and variables. I'm going to click on it and hit this plus sign. It opens up this, but it opens it up under variable. So, but what we need is a style. So I'm just going to head over to style and I have the style. So I'm going to specify the name of this color style so that if I come back to it, I can be able to tell that, okay, this is the exact color that I need based on the name I have given it. So this is our primary color. Everything here is primary color. So that means we are going to create a folder for the primary color, but it is not like how we usually create folders on our PCs and our MacBook, right? We are just going to type primary. Now, this we are going to do something that is going to help categorize it and be like, okay, everything that is here is going to be primary, then everything that is here is going to be secondary. So this primary is more like the category, or rather the name of the folder. So, but I think we should just go with category. So this is the category. So to categorize, I'm going to use this slash symbol. So what it means is that, okay, primary slash. So that means anything that comes after that slash means that it is under the primary. So we are having this at 100%, which is the opacity. So I don't forget, I will have to enter 100. So once I see it, I know that, okay, this particular one is at 100%, right? So I'm going to hit enter on my keyboard and it creates that style for us under here. I'm going to do the same for the second one. I'm going to head over to this point and go over to our style, and I'm going to type in primary stroke. This is the one we have at 80%, so I'm going to write 80. So if I'm designing and I head over to my color styles, well, looking at it, I already know, okay, this is 100, this is 80. So I just go for the particular one that I need, or rather the particular shade that I need. Now I'm going to do for the third one, um, plus primary, but I'm going to do something, right, so that you guys will just take note of this. So if you are categorizing this thing and you make a mistake, it is going to assume it is a different folder or a different category entirely. Let's say, for instance, I have primary here and my P is in caps lock, right? And I'm typing this with my P in lowercase stroke. The next one we're having is 60. So if I hit enter on my keyboard, it is going to assume this is a different category or a different folder. Reason is because I did not use exactly how it was written in the first one, or rather, I did not write it exactly how it was written in the first. So the first is having a caps lock or more like an uppercase letter than the beginning with the P, but here it's just lower cases all through and the P is a lowercase. So it is going to assume it is a different category entirely. And even if along the line I even make a mistake when categorizing it by giving it a different folder name, it is still going to assume it is a different thing entirely. So I just hope you guys just take note of this. So I'm going to delete this. Right, to delete, you have to right click on the 60 and delete, and it's assuming nothing is there any longer. So I'm going to go through this step again, click and head over to our styles, primary stroke. So I'm going to save myself the stress of having to type the whole primary thing. I'm going to copy this primary and the stroke, right? And I'll enter 60, and I'll do the same for the next one, which is our primary at 40% opacity. Primary 40, I'll hit enter on my keyboard. Then lastly, for the primary colors, is primary at 20. So I'm pasting, I initially I copied this primary stroke, right, with Ctrl C, and now I am pasting them to save me the stress of typing them, uh, create styles, right? So we have gotten everything that is under our primary colors. We've gotten the whole sheet. So now let's head over to our secondary colors, right? So this is for the secondary colors. I'm going to head over here. The same step, styles, secondary. So to save me the stress again, I'm going to copy this Ctrl C and 100. Now, a different folder. We have primary, we have secondary. So if we have another color, let's say we have shades of our accent colors. If you name it accent, all you just have to do is, just as we have categorized our primary and color, you will do the same for your accent colors and just arrange them according to their opacity, right? So we've done for the secondary. Let's head over to the second one. So this is our secondary. Okay, I don't have to type. So this is secondary at 80%, right? So we have the second one. Now the third, yep, plus at 60. This is going to be at 40. Now this at 20, right? So we are good. So we have all of our color shades inside of here. So if we click on the outside, you see them under styles. We have our color styles here. Now we have our primary, is this, and we have our secondary. So we have all of these color sheets inside of this folder or the category primary, and the same thing here inside of this folder or the category secondary. So initially I showed you guys how to delete just one color. So if you are having more than one and you want to like remove everything entirely, all you just have to do is click on the folder or the category itself. So you see here, add new folder, in case you want to add another folder inside of that folder. Or you can go ahead and delete all the 5 styles. You can also duplicate the 5 styles. You can copy, you can cut. It just depends on how you want to go about it. So we have gotten all of this. So now let us put this to work. I'm going to create a phone screen, and yep, let me bring this guy here. So now let's say we have this by the side, and we have a text here, hello, and this text is at 18. Then we are having another text, welcome to my learning. Then we're having this at, let's say, 14, right? Yep. Okay, so now I'm just going to create shapes inside of here to help us tell the difference. Okay, or rather, let me just create it in blocks. Great. Yeah. Okay, and lastly, okay, so now instead of having to come and select this and use the eyedropper, or rather the sample color tool here, pick this color, come and do the same for all of these. Let's say I want this shade, I'll just click this one. No, this, I'll have to save myself that stress. So all I just have to do is click on this, right? Head over to here where we created our color styles, and all I have to do is just select the particular shade that I need. I can do the same for this. I can say, okay, I want this one to be my primary color or my secondary, sorry. I can do the same for this, have this shade. I can say, okay, I want you to um have this shade, and you lastly, I want you to have this shade, right? So now all of these colors are linked to the color styles. If you click on this, you'll find out that unlike how you have the initial fill, you are seeing primary 100. So which means that this particular shape is linked to our primary color at 100%. If you click on this, you see this particular shape is linked to our secondary color at 100%. So if you click here, you find out, okay, this one is linked to our primary color at 20. This is linked to our secondary color at 60, while this is linked to our secondary color at 100. So initially, I didn't do this. So this is how it is meant to look. normally. But because we've linked this to a color, it's now looking this way. So it saves us the stress of having to come and pick a color or have to copy a color code and paste inside of the color code of the one that we want to replace here. So now we can unlink these colors. We can decide, okay, I don't want this color to be linked to my primary color and all. So to do that, all you just have to do is just select the color, head over to the field, this link button here. It's called detach style. So if you click on it, it automatically detaches it from the color style, right? So now one more thing, I can decide, let's say I have numerous pages. I have this, I have this, right? I have this, I have this, I have five of these screens. I have five of these screens. And I need to change the blue colors, all this at 100. I need to change this blue color. So on normal, if I were to do that, I would have done it one after the other. So, but instead of going through that stress, all I have to do is head over to the primary color, because these colors are primary at 100. All of them are primary at 100, right? So all I have to do is just head over to this, click on this point. It is going to open this up for me. It gives me the opportunity to edit the color style. So this is the properties, and under the properties, you get to find the actual color. So all I have to do is just click here, and let's say I want a darker shade of that blue. I'm just going to move this a little bit to get to where I can see, I feel it's dark enough, right? And that is it. I'm good to go. So as you can see, it has applied that color to all of my design, including where we created the color style from. So this has actually saved us the stress of having to pick the color. Let's say we brought out the color. Normally would have clicked, use the eyedropper, or rather the sample color tool, and just click here, do the same for this one, do the same for this one after the other, and it is time consuming. So this process of having to like create a color style saves us a whole lot of time and process during our designs. So I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, I'd like you to like the video, subscribe, and comment. If you feel there is something that you want to add, or maybe you need me to make a video on a particular topic inside of Figma, just drop it in the comment section and I'll do well to attend to that. Bye guys.